No marriage is perfect. We all know about that. Let it be a big lesson. Every woman, please, if you know you are suffering all in the name of marriage, leave. It's better to be single than to die untimely death. Hello, mega love shout out to everyone that are watching me right now. This is Deaconess Bless K. Thank you all for joining, and if today is your first time, please do consider subscribing to my channel. I'm so sorry, looking at my face, I may seem to be maybe I look angry. Yes, I'm not happy. You understand? I know some people may come here and say, why are you talking about someone that is dead? Have you posted her songs before? Have you sang her song before? I want to tell you, yes, I have done that. In my church, we sing her songs. We sing Ekweme. We sing, they use me play. We have been singing her song. I have watched her own. I have shared some of her videos. Even till now, I am still singing her song. Before her death, I've been singing her songs. And even after her death, I never stopped singing her songs. Okay, so it's not something that someone will come and tell me, hey, have you shared her? Have you done this? Have you? No, this is not the time. It's time for us to speak the reality. Say the truth the way it is. It's not time for people to come and be telling me when she was alive. Have you ever? Please, this is not that time. It's the time to face reality. If you are in any abusive marriage, please come out and be alive. Save your life. You need to be alive to take care of your children. You need to be alive to take care of your parents if they're still alive. You need to be alive to take care of yourself. You are you are in your marriage and you're not, no love, no joy, no caring, no nothing. All the previous pamper, the way your husband used to pamper you, all of a sudden the man has stopped. Reason best not to him. You try your possible best. He don't want to love you the way he loved you before. Please. It's not what if you notice the love is no more there. Please, anything can happen. Leave that abusive home. Leave it. That is my advice. Which kind for better, for worse. For worse waiting. See, let me tell you, you can build your marriage with your husband. If things are no more going the right way, that is the worst we are talking about here. If things are not going the right way it's supposed to be, you as a wife, try to help your husband. If your husband lost his job and you are still working, please, you as a wife, you need to help your husband. And you don't even need to tell people what you're doing, because that is where you're supposed to help your husband. You don't need to talk about it. You don't expose your home. That one is a different thing. That is the worst. But the worst is not when you are receiving beating. You tell me marriage is for better and for worse. No. If your husband was rich before and all of a sudden things change, you can stay with your husband. Build your home. Cover the nakedness of your home. You don't need to expose your home. You don't need to tell your friends or your family that your husband is broke. You don't need to tell them. You cover him up. And if there is something you need to be doing to help your home, you can do that. You understand? But let me tell you, you see that it's not, no, it's a no for me. It's a no for me. Anything, some people are very sick. Even hidden sickness that even the person don't even know. How will you be beating someone you love? No. For better, for worse is not when you are beating your wife. For better, for worse is when maybe things are no more the way it's supposed to be. You as a wife, you cut your coats according to the material. They used to say according to the size. No. According to what? Material. You cut your coat like that. If you used to buy expensive things, you minimize the way you spend. Then you assist. You try to be doing one or two things in order to assist your husband. That is for better and for worse. You assist, you help. You can help to provide food on the table. It's a normal thing because that is your home. You are meant to build and protect your marriage. But when it's violence, when violence is involved, please leave that marriage. Leave that marriage. You can't beat who you love. No woman can beat her husband. And no husband can beat his wife. It's not good. It's not normal. It's not good at all. It's a no for me. Please. No marriage is perfect. All marriages they have their ups and downs. In every marriage, there must be time for argument, raising of voices. But let me tell you, you still have to limit it. You as a wife, when you notice that your husband is raising his voice too much, you try to keep quiet, okay? But if your wife is the type that cannot keep quiet, please, you can leave the house just for a moment, but don't beat her. Why would you beat someone you always call your lover? Don't do that. It's not right. It's not right. So the death of Osinachi is a very painful one, but it's a big lesson to us. It's a big lesson to many marriages today. A lot of women are dying in silence. They don't want to come out to talk. They don't want to tell anybody that they're dying in silence. You look at them, they look like people that are not eating. They eat, but you don't see it on them. They look so stressed. They look so unkept. Please, men. Some of our men, not all men. If you know that you always beat your wife, stop it. Watch this video and stop it. How can someone's husband beat his wife to the point of death? How can someone's husband do that? And you tell me you love her. What nonsense. You don't need to take a life that you cannot produce. No marriage is perfect. We all know about that. No marriage is perfect. But it's better you argue than fighting. If you know you cannot stand, you just leave your house for a moment. Then beating her to the point of death. She's no more. What a powerful and beautiful voice. What a great gift you've taken from this world. Please, in case if you don't know who I'm talking about Osinachi Nwachukwu. A woman, a gospel singer. We were told that the husband, the news is everywhere. It's no more a new thing. It's everywhere. That the husband beat her to the point that she died, she gave up. She was in a life support for 5 days. And now she's no more. Oh my God. How can, and this is not just a new, he has been doing that since the beginning of their marriage. The man has been beating her up. Can you imagine? Please, my lovely and beautiful women out there, her death is something everybody needs to learn from. I am happy to see some of our men of God today, the very elect these days, are now preaching, advising women to leave their marriage if it's becoming abusive, if it's becoming violent. They should leave their marriage. I am happy because these are the same people that will, even when you bring your case to them, they will tell you marriage is for better and for worse. So if it's for better and for worse, the woman needs to die there, all in the name of marriage. It's not supposed to be like that. But look at, now she's no more. Now everybody knew what killed her. All the men of God are now saying, if your marriage is becoming violent and abusive, leave your marriage. This is something we're supposed to be saying before now. Maybe some of us would have helped. I know some men of God have been preaching this, but if you check the social media these days, almost all the pastors now that don't used to tell people to leave their marriage when it's becoming abusive, when they're experiencing, beating, they will tell them, just be there. Marriage is for better and for worse. Now, all of them have changed their topic. They've changed their words now. It's no more for better, for worse. It's now, if you are experiencing abusive in your marriage, leave. God bless you all. Thank you all for this word. Because some women are suffering, all in the name of what will people say. My dear, it's better you are alive and let people say whatever they want to say. And you'll be alive to take care of your children. You'll be alive to take care of your family. You'll be alive to take care of your parents if they're still alive. Your siblings if they're still alive. Than you being in the grave and your children will be suffering. That same man will go out and marry another woman that will come and be treating your own children as slave, as maid. But you are no more. You've been bearing it. Maybe you confided to some people. You disclosed your experience with them and you ended up telling them, don't let anyone know. And everybody kept it as a secret. Please voice out. If you are suffering in your marriage, voice out. We all believe that there is no perfect marriage. No perfect marriage. Every marriages have their own ups and downs. But let me tell you, you can't hit someone that you always confess to love. You can't hit that woman. Yes, you cannot do that. You cannot raise your hands on that woman. Some people may say women talk too much. Please, all women talk. All women talk. That one is even the calmest woman on earth. If she open her mouth to talk, it will be like fire. You understand? It's always like that. It's always like that. God cannot give us everything. Men are the strongest, we know. But at least we have a mouth to talk. So always endure. When some of these men, when you are in courtship with them, they pretend to be good. They don't show their ugly side. They hide it. Immediately they marry you, they bring out their ugly character, ugly attitude. Please, men, enough is enough. Why are you people suffering our women? If you are not ready to marry, please remain bachelor. It's not by force to marry a woman. It's not by force. If you know you are not matured, you cannot tolerate. Please, don't marry. Can you imagine this precious gift you've taken from us? Please, women, learn from her death. Her death is a big lesson to us. And I'm here to tell you people that she is in a better place. I was sleeping, and when I wake up, I received this message that says Osinachi is in a better place. And I believe it's the Spirit of God talking. She is in a better place. She has suffered so much, all in the name of marriage. And because of her career, she couldn't voice out. She couldn't speak out. She was ashamed to leave her marriage because of her career. But look at, she's no more alive to take care of both her marriage, both her children, and the career. You see, learn from her death. Let it be a big lesson. Every woman, please, if you know you are suffering all in the name of marriage, leave. It's better to be single. It's better to be single than to die untimely death. Whether you're a man or a woman and you're experiencing violence in your marriage every time, maybe your woman is the one beating you, and you are tolerating, there is no need to tolerating. Instead of one person killing another, please leave that marriage. Marriage doesn't complete you. It's a union of one man and one wife. If it's not working, please live in peace. I know that this video will teach us one or two things. The main point is, if you are experiencing violence in your marriage, if you are into abusive marriage and you're enduring, you're pretending, you're covering all the shit, all the nonsense, please, no need of pretending. Leave that marriage. Let people say whatever they want to say. At least you are alive than to be in the grave. And people will still talk. Okay? Thank you all for listening to me. I love and appreciate you all. And all the men of God that are now preaching, leave your marriage if you are experiencing violence in your marriage. God bless you all. Thank you for that. So that women don't need to be living in shame. They don't need to be living in shame. They don't need to be living what will people say, and be suffering and dying in silence. Eh? Thank you. Please share this video. Share, because share, just so. Bro, this video, share. Let us save some marriages. Let us save some of our women that are suffering. Please share it. Share the video. If you watch this video, please help me to share. Enough is enough.